Century Newtown Leisure Centre. Welcome to the 21st century. Oh dear.
Macrobat, Dwayne speaking. How may I help you?
Hello, it's me again.
Hello, Mr. Brittas.
Right, now, I've configured my system memory, added RAM drive command line at the MS-DOS prompt, specified a path of 32470 kilobytes capacity, default 512 sector size, copied the expanded memory emulator 0.486 and allocated 192 handles and 238 fast alternate register sets, reserving 177 kilobytes for buffered direct memory access.
So what seems to be the problem?
Well, I got a bit of donut down my scroll key. Do I just leave it there or poke it out with a pencil? Welcome back, everyone. Hope you all had a good week.
Oh, it's so good to be back, Mr. Brittas.
So what's the big surprise then, Mr. Brittas?
Yeah, we noticed you changed the locks.
Locks? We don't have locks anymore, Julie. We've got time-instigated, totally integrated security. We've got titties. From today, these doors are programmed to open at 7:30 a.m. precisely and close at 9:30 p.m. precisely. Not a second sooner, not a second later. And they're due to open in exactly 5 seconds from now. Right, if I can have your attention, everyone, please, for 1 minute. Up until last week, all of us at this centre have been groping around brainlessly in a fetid primeval swamp.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Brittas. We enter, please.
As from today, we crawl onto dry land, sprout legs and learn to walk.
Hey, did you look up the night nurse?
You know what happened to Paul on the road to Damascus? Well, it happened to me at the Basingstoke Software Show. I'm pleased to announce that everything in the centre, from salaries to the steam flow in the sauna, everything has been computerised. Heating, lighting, the lot. Carol, come here. Now, in the dark old days, when someone came in wanting to go for a swim, what happened?
Well, he'd give us £1.50, Miss Bruce, and we'd give him a ticket.
Exactly, out of the ark. As from today, this is what will happen. Right, name. Age. Male, female. Swimming standard. Foot or mouth infection. Lane swimming or splash around. Goggles needed. Shampoo. Used centre before. Daily papers taken. 2 most recent holidays. Booking complete.
Well, that seemed to take a while.
Carol, into the envelope, please. Your ticket, madam.
Do I get air miles?
What is more, we have an advanced booking facility of 3 years, so if someone runs a tight sort of diary, wants to book in a game of squash for, say, 2:30 p.m, October the 25th, 1999, they only have to ask. Yes, there's a court free. Right, follow me, everyone, please. So, the pool is at a pleasant 72 degrees, which is automatically set to adjust by a maximum of 5 degrees Fahrenheit, either way, at the height of winter and summer. Now, Linda.
Yes, Miss Brittas.
A swimmer comes up to you while you're on duty and asks for a float. What do? New procedure. Right, you go into your swimming pool file, click on equipment, click on floats. There, total stock 360, units available 360, click OK, enter, float order slip number 0001. What could be simpler?
Just taking the float?
No, yes, but what if someone's reserved a float over the phone in advance, then comes to the centre to find out they've all been given out in the meantime?
All 360 of them.
Think about it, Linda. The entire Whitbury Junior School turn up unannounced, plus our Saturday morning Turtles Club.
And somebody wants to make a scale model of Atlantis out of polystyrene.
Good one, Tim. Didn't think of that. Aggravated psoriasis of the elbow and knee joint. Right, do you need any towels, Colin?
Oh, and of course, ringworm.
Ringworm. Any towels?
And a little bit of dermatitis down on the end of the nose.
Dermatitis. Any towels, Colin?
And I sometimes get that flaky dandruff, you know, like those little toy snow things. You shake them and they go...
Thank you, Colin. Can we have someone else to volunteer to be a customer for the tanning bed, please? I've only got 10 lines for pre-existing skin conditions. Right, and now for the piece de resistance. Timothy, you've arranged to play squash with Gavin. You're all set and raring to go when suddenly he stands you up because he's decided to go out with his girlfriend. Course of action.
Well, there are a number of options, Mr. Brittas. Tampering with his brakes, electrocuting him with his CD player.
No, you play with yourself. Virtual reality squash. You may be at home. You may not want to go out into the traffic. All you do is dial the centre on your own computer and you can be playing squash in the comfort of your own sofa.
But, Mr. Brittas, I thought the whole point of squash was to get fit and lose weight.
Ah, well, in that case, all you do is go to the virtual reality fitness salon. There you go. Traction machine, bike, sauna. The choice is yours. In 5 years from now, you won't even need to set foot in the centre.
This is all very impressive, Mr. Brittas, but what if there's a power cut or it breaks down?
Yeah. We have a standby generator and a backup system.
And what if they break down?
Well, we have a backup generator and a standby system. But the chances, Tim, of that happening are about the same as my winning the lottery.
And where did all the money for this come from, Mr. Brittas?
From the lottery. £27,892 to be precise, plus £13,450 from the European Sports Facilities Capital Improvement Fund. A windfall that will prove to be a turning point in the operational history of this centre.
And the money will be totally squandered. If we're lucky, Ron. I've let him oversee everything, from the software contracts to buying the hardware. He's even tried to save money by going on some cockamamie course and installing it himself. So, fingers crossed for a catastrophe. The Sports Council Lottery Committee will want his head on a platter. What the... Gordon!
Councillor Druggett, what a pleasant surprise.
What the hell's this barrier doing here? I can't get in.
The staff car park is now programmed only to accept swipe cards from staff, customers with special needs or VIPs.
What am I then?
Nothing yet. I haven't done a code for you yet. You'll have to be a temporary visitor. Dial 4921. 6774 3.
Get a move on. We've been here since 9:45.
Please try.
I can't remember.
Think.
March 1976, I think.
March 1976. Bronze swimming certificate. Now, do you need towels?
No.
Goggles?
No.
Float?
No?
Shampoo?
Oh, I suppose so.
Dry, normal or greasy hair? What? Dry, normal or greasy hair? Greasy. Greasy? Now, how long do you intend to spend in the pool?
I don't know.
Well, 10, 20, 30, 45 minutes.
30 minutes.
Now, do you want a lane swim or a general splash?
Lane swim.
Crawl, breaststroke, butterfly or back?
I don't know. I want to do a bit of everything.
Crawl, breaststroke, butterfly or back?
Crawl. Oh, no, wait. Breaststroke.
Sorry, it's too late. Oh, dear. Pool's full. But I can sell you a standby ticket.
A standby ticket?
Oh, yes. Certainly, madam. No problem. So, that's Mrs. Phillips. For a standby ticket, swim session in lane 2 with a sachet of shampoo for greasy hair. Now, if you'd like to wait over there, I'll call you if there's a cancellation. Right, next.
I just want to book a badminton court, please.
Right. I just have to look up the badminton booking code.
Can you hurry?
I'm trying.
Look, my life belt. My wife's drowning.
I think that's under emergencies.
The Sports Council Lottery Committee rep will be here tomorrow at 12 sharp for an initial inspection. Everything will be going okay with the new system by then?
It is already, Councillor.
No teething problems?
Not a squeak. Watch this.
Badminton. Oh, there it is.
Thank God!
Oh, no, it's gone to children's parties. Oh.
Are you busy, Colin?
Not really, Mrs. Brittas. All seems to take care of itself. I don't really seem to have anything to do anymore.
You couldn't help me for a moment, could you? There's this thing in my room.
Brittas, I can't get out.
It's all right, Councillor. Your temporary visitor's pass expired 2 minutes ago. I'll just get you a new number.
What is it?
It's a computer.
Yeah, I know that. Why do I need one? I was going to put my begonia there.
We've all got them now. In fact, I think he's set up your counselling file already.
What?
Let's have a look. I think you just press counselling. Yes, there we are. Question 1. Are you claustrophobic / recently widowed / depressed / impotent? Yes, no. I think you can just choose one, Mrs. Brittas. Depressed. A bit or very? I see. Are you contemplating suicide? Gas, tablets, carbon monoxide, bodily wounding.
I'll go for gas.
Gas, it's a good choice. Now, have you closed windows, extinguished all naked flames, informed gas board to settle final account?
Wait a minute. This is for people to fill in themselves, isn't it? Where do I come in? Do it yourself counselling. We'll soon see about that.
Oh, please have a children's party.
No, I don't even have any kids.
I can lend you some. It would help me so much, I can't seem to get out of this file.
Look, I just want a game of badminton.
Look, I tell you what. Book the children's party, then book the badminton, and then I'll cancel the children's party afterwards.
All right, fine, anything.
So, you booked for 45 children, 2 helpers, 1 puppet show, chicken, dinosaurs and jelly to follow, on the 5th of July, 1998.
Right, now can I book my badminton?
I have to have a £50 deposit for the party first.
Did I see a set of golf clubs in here earlier?
Yeah, in the bin.
Right. Thanks.
What are you doing, Julie? Christmas cards. These are for the people who've used the leisure centre once. These are for the ones who came back. And this one's for Mr. Jones.
Who?
The season ticket holder.
I just found out how to delete a file.
Anyone need any help with the roster?
Computer's done it.
The cleaning rota?
Computer's done it.
Actually, Colin, you can help me do the vending machine restock.
That's what I like to hear. Something to get my teeth into.
Right. I'll press enter and you can tear off the sheet of paper when it comes out. Of course, this is just the thin end of the wedge, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, now that everything's on computer, soon Brittas will only need himself and someone to water the plants. Because we're all going to be made redundant.
Mr. Brittas would never get rid of us.
I know. Then tell me this. Why is it that that computer can take bookings for the next 3 years, but can only do the staff roster for the next 2 weeks? You think about that.
Right, everyone. I'd just like to say that counselling is now available from me in the utility room for any of your personal problems, such as bereavement or redundancy. But do try not to get post-traumatic stress syndrome, because I spilled coffee over that page.
Almost there.
Look, I don't want to play badminton anymore.
Tough.
I want to go home.
Look, it's not my fault, it's this wretched thing.
Oh, that's what they all say. People always blame the computers.
What?
Here, let me have a go. You've got to close down all your files and applications before you open new ones.
Haven't you got a sandpit to go to?
Hey, is everything all right, Carol?
No.
There's nothing wrong with the computer, it's the people who use it.
So, you're a bit of an expert, are you?
I've hacked about in my time.
Do these things ever go wrong?
They can get jammed if a virus gets in.
Really?
And how exactly does a virus get in?
So is that clear? I need an uninterrupted 15 minutes at this main terminal. Half an hour, the rest on completion.
Did you say you once got into a bank?
Southern Provincial. Transferred 20 million from their investment fund into my dad's bank in the Caymans. Earned a couple of weeks' interest and put it back. They still haven't found out. Can we get a move on? I've got my mock chemistry at 2.
Oh, Colin, Tim's called an emergency meeting in the staff room.
Redundant. Redundant.
If we can convince Brittas that the system is unreliable, then maybe it'll bring him to his senses. Now, this boy Danny's got this special disc thing that he says can jam the system. All we have to do is get Brittas away from his office for 15 minutes until the signal is given.
We'll never get him away from his desk. He's been chained to that PC ever since it arrived.
Any bright ideas?
Mr. Brittas,
What is it, Gavin?
I was just wondering, Gordon, if you'd like to go for a drink.
What?
Well, we haven't had a drink together in quite a while.
Gavin, we haven't been for a drink together in 6 years.
No, well, I just suddenly thought, why not? Just the two of us. Take time out for a while.
Gavin, did Alexander the Great stop off for a gin and tonic when he was conquering Persia?
Please, Gordon, it's just that we don't see as much of you as we used to, and, well, I'd like to see more of you.
That is very touching, Gavin. Oh, all right, then.
Thank you.
I'll book it in 12:30 Thursday fortnight. Just a swift half, mind you.
This place means everything to me, Mrs. Brittas. It's like a second home.
Oh, it's much more than that, Colin.
Is it?
It's your whole life. And now you're being thrown on the scrap heap.
Well, it certainly looks that way.
It's like being snatched away from your mother's breast.
Really?
There you were, all snug and cosy, sloshing around in your amniotic fluid, and now you're being slung out into the cold.
Well, I wouldn't put it quite like that.
Resentment is perfectly natural, Colin.
But I don't feel resentful. What Mr. Brittas is doing is probably very good for the centre.
You may be stoical on the surface, Colin, but deep down you're a bubbling cauldron of resentment.
Am I?
Very dangerous. Why don't you book yourself in for my next anger weekend? £180, 3 nights bed and breakfast, including Sunday night karaoke. Right, that's your anger out the way. Now let's deal with your depression.
Hello, Macrobite. Dwayne, please. Dwayne's sick? That's funny. He was right as rain 2 minutes ago.
Mr. Brittas, come quickly.
What is it, Linda?
Fire.
Fire? Where?
In the staff room. Come.
I didn't hear any alarms, Linda. Still, better safe than sorry, eh? There you go. All sorted, Linda.
It's no use bottling it up, Colin.
But I'll get over it, won't I?
No, you won't. This is major trauma, on a par with bereavement. Now, let's see. Here we are. You're going to go through the following stages. 1, shock. 2, numbness. 3, tingling. Partial loss of consciousness and paralysis of the limbs. Oh, no, hang on. That's decompression. Stop fighting it, Colin. Let it out.
15 minutes. How the heck am I going to keep him busy in here for 15 minutes?
Oh, come on, Julie. I'm sure you'll think of something. Anyway, I'll give you 3 buzzes on your intercom when I'm done, all right?
Oh, God.
Hello, Macrobite.
Macrobite helpline is now closed. Our offices are open from 8
Hey?
to 6.
Mr. Brittas,
Julie, we've got a web. Fill my box.
get in here now.
Better make this quick, Julie. I'm spring cleaning me backup folds.
So far, so good. How long to go? Almost done. Thought it'd take much longer. Julie!
I'm sorry, Mr. Brittas.
This is a turn up for the book.
Oh, Mr. Brittas, 6 years I've been in the office next to you, watching the way you label your folders and sharpen your pencil. It sends a tingle down my spine.
I'm very flattered, Julie, but...
I just couldn't help it. It's having the baby, Mr. Brittas. It's made me all confused. Did I choose the right man? What am I doing with my life? And all the while, there you are, So strong. So decisive. So... It's all right, I'm over it now.
The view of the Sports Council Lottery Committee is that it's a pretty hefty donation for a municipal leisure centre. You're sure that this Mr. Brittas knows what he's doing?
Well, I've left everything to him. He was very insistent on overseeing the whole thing himself. Just a moment, he's had the parking computerised. Oh dear. Teething problems.
I told you, I'm okay.
It's off to the counselling room for you, young lady. Everything all right, Carol?
No, it's not, Mr. Brittas.
Learning curve, Carol, learning curve. Do us a postnatal, will you, Hel? She'll sort you out.
Excellent. Pool temperature's 193, air temperature 142. Marvellous. Hello, what's this? Tim Whistler, salary £3.17. What? Nothing. Let me see. Gavin Featherly's salary £227,640. I thought you were just going to jam the system.
Was it? Must have been the way it was installed.
Well, we'll have to shut it down completely.
So we'll have to go into override in the main terminal.
Back into Brittas's computer. Oh, whatever you do, don't let him back up, OK? Right.
Oh, stop it!
Sorry about that delay, gentlemen. Member of staff with a bit of a personal problem, and you can't just bung in a new floppy disk, eh? Anyway, this is a very proud day for Whitbury Newtown Leisure Centre. Please, this way. Gentlemen, come through and gaze at the future.
Teething problems, I see.
I'm sure Mr. Brittas knows what he's doing.
Typical! You install 30k's worth of high-tech equipment and the light bulbs start going.
Mr. Brittas, don't go up there!
Why not?
Because...
Yes?
I want you to stay here, Mr. Brittas. I've missed you so much.
No, not you as well.
Oh, Mr. Brittas, don't leave me. We can spend the afternoon together.
Carol, this is going to have to wait. I've got to show Mr. Driscoll and Councillor Druggett the nerve centre.
Override. Got it. Oh, sugar.
What?
He's made it secure.
What does that mean?
We need a password.
Well, we don't know it. Only Brittas knows it.
We'll have to go by trial and error. Any combination of letters or digits. Max 15 letters. Usually something personal, wife's name, pet, birthday. Come on, think.
Helen!
No.
Whitbury.
No. Well, try his car number. F299NPA.
I think I've seen enough.
You won't stay for coffee and biscuits?
Please, Julie.
No, I only did it to get him out of his office.
But to be fair, we're doing Gordon a world of good.
No.
I mean, he's not unattractive, is he?
Yes.
So Brittas was left to oversee the whole project alone?
Yep.
And you let him install it himself?
Yep.
No technical backup, no executive support. I'm afraid we're going to have to investigate your council's handling of this affair.
What?
Well, Mr. Brittas is obviously overstretched, and there was a failure in giving him the necessary human resources. Drive on.
Carol! Carol!
Colin, could you just...
Simple, no flowers. The only music I want is Jerusalem. And then play Mr. Brittas's Christmas foot hygiene speech from 1992, which I've got on cassette. As for my ashes, I'd be grateful if they could be mixed half and half with mulching manure and then used to plant a memorial bush.
Colin, what are Dad's favourite things.
Oh, try Tintin. He's got loads of Tintin books.
Chicken dance act.
Top Gear. He likes that. Yes.
Thunderclap Newman.
Oh, no. Jeff Tracy. Yes. Jeff.
Oh, Bambi.
Yes!
It was the scene where his mother got shot. He went out to look for it in the snow. I never got over that scene. I'm human too, you know.
Mr. Brittas.
So, sabotage, eh?
Oh, Mr. Brittas, all we were trying to do...
Don't I know you?
I played in the chess tournament here last year.
That's right. 3 Russian masters stormed out in a sulk.
Mr. Brittas, we did it because...
Yes?
Because we were worried about our jobs.
Mr. Brittas, please, stay with me. We don't spend any time together anymore.
It's all right, Carol, you can stop now.
Please, Judy, I'll lend him a tiger suit.
No!
Yes, I wondered why everyone had become so affectionate today. Wait a minute. It's this, isn't it? This is what's come between us.
We did rather feel you'd forgotten us, Mr. Brittas.
Well, there's only one thing for it. I'll cancel the contract.
What?
It was on 4 weeks' trial anyway.
You mean our jobs are safe?
I took my eye off the ball, didn't I, Timothy? Look at this. A human being. Can see, can hear, feel, laugh, cry, sulk, clean the pool, do Kermit impressions at children's parties, doesn't need downloading at the end of the day, and doesn't pick up any nasty viruses. You show me a computer that can match that.
Oh, I must go and tell Colin he'll be over the moon.
No, wait! Mr. Brittas, come quickly. It's Colin. He's up on the roof.
On the roof?
Colin! It's for the best, Mr. Brittas.
Don't do it, Colin.
I've cleaned and pressed my uniform. I've given the urinals a final hose down and changed the toilet ducts in the ladies. Oh, and I've ordered a skip, so there won't be any mess.
Colin, come back.
I shall miss you, Mr. Brittas.
It's all right, Colin. You're not going to lose your job.
What?
It's all over. I'm sending the computer back.
Oh, Mr. Brittas!
Seems like we're back to normal.
I won't speak too soon.
It's so good to be back, Mr. Brittas.
Thank you, Colin.